Hi guys, we're having a little bit of a change in scenery. I hope that everybody's doing well. Before we get into it, let's set the intention for this to be a space where everyone allows themselves to feel seen and validated, and ultimately for this to be a safe space and a healing space in alignment with everyone's highest good. So I was seeing that a tower is coming to fruition. I'm not sure what that's about, but I guess we're gonna find out. Maybe like some surprising event that's happening, or like something going in a way that you hadn't expected to. For some of you, you're gonna be hearing from someone that you hadn't heard from or hadn't expected to be hearing from. Or like for some of you, somebody's attitude completely shifts, completely changes. For those of you that are not concerned with interpersonal relationships, this can be like something going on within your personal life that just like kind of happens out of the blue even. Something that you weren't anticipating. I'm getting the word anticipating strongly. But a good thing. I'm looking at the Six of Wands here. The Six of Wands can be like, you were really trying hard with something and finally your hard work pays off. Like maybe you also let go of something that you were trying to let go of. Maybe something before that like you couldn't stop thinking about and you wanted to move on from. You finally like get a clean break from something that you're trying to get a clean break from. Or there's stuck energy that you're able to release now that you were having a more difficult time releasing. With the Six of Wands too, this can also mean if you're doing something and you're in the spotlight in any way, you could be getting more popular with something that you're doing. Like more people could be noticing you. You could be getting like some sort of recognition for the work that you're doing. Yeah. Recognition for the work that you're doing. Like somebody could even see you. This could be a big deal for some of you. Something about personal business taking off. Not everyone's going to relate to that, but this can be stuff within your own life. Somebody may want to be connecting with you. This can be somebody that's had their eye on you. Somebody that's had their eye on you. This can be somebody looking out, wanting to hire you, or you could have just gotten a job that you'd been waiting on. This could have been something like, for those of you that this is a job, this is something that like you could have had to go through a process of doing. So it's like you had to come in, you had to like submit something, and then you had to go in for an interview, and then you weren't sure if you were going to get it, and then you get a call back, and then they like want to talk to you more about this, and then they have you come visit the place, you know, something like that, where it would have taken like steps, or you had to do something periodically in order to secure this for yourself. And now there's a sense of feeling really good about this. For others of you, this can even be about financial security, but it's something that's going really well that you feel proud of, and something that took a lot. And like, I don't know if this is you giving yourself recognition. I'm seeing your guides definitely recognizing this, and maybe even like people around you that are starting to recognize something that you're doing that's going quite successfully. You may still be figuring something out too. This can mean as well, you have a lot of options. You're trying to prioritize. You may also feel like you're being expected to multitask a lot. More than usual. This is that moment where you can either see things in a way where you become overwhelmed with like all of the possibilities and all of the options that you have, or this is a moment where you can take the time to appreciate all that's being offered to you and all of the things that you can grasp at, and just like living your life in general. It's like feeling grateful even to be alive and have the ability to explore the different things that you want to explore. So it's like, rather than sitting there and being like, I don't know what to pick from, I don't know where to start, I don't know where to go, there's a sense of being like, look at all of the options that I have. Look at all of the different ways that I can do this. And knowing too that you don't have to do things in like one particular way. You can try something and then go back and then try something else. It's all about figuring out what works for you, what works best for you. And also giving yourself a break and giving yourself time when you need to sit and sort things out for yourself and not feel like you need to be rushed into things. It's about shifting your perspective in a way where it feels grounding to you and you become more alert and more aware and you feel more comfortable within your body, and you're able to look at things without like judging what you're engaging in or what you're choosing or feeling like you have to pick the right thing at all times and all of that. It's more like this exploratory phase that I'm seeing here for you. Yeah, for some of you, whatever this thing is that you did or that you won or that you succeeded with or that you accomplished related to like your finances or your job or getting recognition for something, for those of you that this was a job, I'm hearing job title. This can be something legally binding even. You could be signing some type of contract. I'm hearing something even about being in the public eye for some of you. Yeah, somebody definitely, I'm seeing you get invited somewhere. It's like somebody wants to connect with you. Somebody's trying to invite you out somewhere. This can be like some type of social gathering, some type of social event. I'm seeing this be something big, and it's somewhere where you're even getting recognized. For some of you too, this can be like you getting an award for something. You could be meeting somebody that you're going to be working with, or somebody wants to work with you. It's like they've seen the progress that you've made and they want to like bring you onto their team, or they want to collaborate with you. But this looks like something that, even though it could be going on in like a work setting or something having to do with your public persona, it looks like somebody also wants to socialize with you as well. And when I say in a work setting, it can be like even a hobby that you do. So keep that in mind as well. Yeah, I'm seeing a notion where it's like there's this sense of overwhelm when it comes to a new beginning for you. But the beauty in this is that, again, rather than seeing this as being like, oh, there are too many options, how am I ever gonna pick? There's all of this stuff and I don't know how to sort through it, or I'm having a hard time prioritizing. Like, rather than being maybe even pessimistic about it, it's about switching up the vibe, switching up your attitude to maybe even being more grateful that you do have options rather than having slim pickings and not being able to like really have the choice to do what you want. Because it seems like you're getting a clean slate with something, or you're starting over. And maybe this also just feels like a confusing time for you as far as the direction that you want to go in. But I'm seeing this be like very, very closely related to your perception. So it's like you can see this as an opportunity for you to explore many different things or go down a route, or you can judge every move that you're making. You can be like, I don't know if this is the right move. Like, I'm seeing a notion of even being so overwhelmed that you're not getting started with something, but it's like, it's time to start this thing and it's time to get going, and you need to figure out how you're feeling and choose a direction. And I'm not seeing, like, if one clear direction were obviously being pointed out, then I would let you know. But what I'm seeing here is that you have different options, and nothing is better or worse than the other thing. It's just a matter of like preference and what you choose to start with. And sometimes even just starting in a place is giving you a direction, even if you end up changing what you're doing. You know, you don't have to continue with something just because you start it, but like getting into that movement rather than sitting in the stagnation may be important for you right now to get things going for yourself. It's like I'm even seeing someone, and it's like they have this palette in front of them, and you have so many different mediums that you can use to create art with, that you're like, I don't even know which one to pick, I don't know where to start. And it's about just like grabbing something and going with it. And if you want to go back and pick something else later on, then you can, but it's about like starting the piece that you are creating currently. For some of you also, I'm seeing that there's like some type of fated event that gets you connected with like someone or even a group of people, or you get invited somewhere. I'm hearing the word socialite. This can be some type of social gathering. Hold on one second. So this can be like a social gathering or something even that you get invited to. And I'm seeing like this group of people here, and this is something new. It looks like people that you haven't necessarily like met before, or you haven't socialized with them, or like this is the first time you're meeting them in person, or it's like this new group that you're being introduced to, or even like some type of, I'm getting the word social coming through a lot. Something that you're not super familiar with, but that like you may have met these people through work, even for some of you, or through a hobby, even through something that like you're just responsible for, and so like you have some type of tie to this, whatever it is. And I'm seeing from this place, there's something about, I don't know, you may be getting closer with one person in particular, figuring out that like you have feelings for someone, or someone could be communicating this with you. I'm seeing the Knight of Cups here next to the Fool. I am seeing communication. So it's like, it seems like no matter what the environmental circumstances are, there is a particular new person that's coming into your life that's like being introduced to you. But it may not just be like you go somewhere and you meet this one person. It's like you may meet this person through friends or through a job or something like that. Like I'm seeing there be a cushion of other people around this, around this event, or like how you get introduced to this person. And then all of a sudden there's somebody coming through, and it's like somebody is either like picking you out or you're picking someone out, and there's some type of communication that you want to have with them. I'm seeing it definitely like involve feelings, something with the heart chakra. This does not have to be romantic, although it can be for some of you. It just depends on like what you're looking for, what you're open to. I'm also hearing what you're opening to. So maybe this was something that wasn't on the table before that is now. This can even be you having like some type of honest conversation with someone, or like you're really connecting with a person. But only time will tell. I'm looking at the Wheel of Fortune. Whoever this person is that you're connecting with, you may have some competition. Not in a way where like I'm seeing this person, remember energies can be reversed, but we're just gonna pick one narrative so it doesn't get confusing. This person may have like a bit of attention on them, and it may be difficult to get through, as I said before, like something about there being like competition, but I'm not seeing this person do that deliberately. Like, I'm not seeing this person be like playing games with you or anything like that. It just may be hard to get in contact with them or hard to reach them. It's something like that. Something like definitely is a bit of a challenge. Interesting. Socially, for some reason. It's almost like you recognize what you want or how you feel, and then you kind of have to leave it up to fate. You see how this person, it's like they have intention within their heart is what I'm hearing, but there's part of this they can't completely control, like what happens with like this message or what is being delivered, or like the communication that they want to articulate with someone. And so there's a sense of like this being up to fate. Which means that it can really go either way. But yeah, like someone has it on their mind that they either want to be like collaborating with someone, working on a new project, working on something together, like starting a relationship, something like that. Definitely see love on the table here. I'm looking at the Ace of Cups. But I'm also seeing the Queen of Swords here too. So, like, this person may not be, I don't know, super, like, it's not the Queen of Cups that you'd be talking to. It's the Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Swords is someone that's going to be more so like having boundaries in place. It's somebody that's a good listener, but they also are, they're going to be like a straight shooter with you. They're not somebody that's going to be messing around. And you may see them, like, I don't want to use the term cold, but they're not somebody that's going to like be manipulated, we can say. But I'm not even like getting that as being the vibe. Like, I'm not seeing somebody trying to come through, but I mean, it all comes through for a reason. But yeah, it's like, if you're trying to appeal to somebody's sentiment, the Queen of Swords is not the one. Like, you really would have to appeal to her in an intellectual way. And we're just picking pronouns here. But yeah, we're talking about the feminine quality of the swords. So this is somebody within a receptive energy. So it's somebody that's like being approached, or we can say allowing someone to approach them. But yeah, it's somebody that's going to be like very analytical about like what somebody's doing, how they're presenting, the words that they're using, also being able to see through the intention of what somebody's saying. So this is like somebody very, very smart, somebody very savvy, an intellectual. This is probably somebody that, I don't know, they have particular things that they're into. Can even be somebody like kind of nerdy. That's sort of the vibe that I'm getting, but not in a way where they identify with that. It's just somebody that cares about like intellectual subjects and whatnot. Like, this would be somebody that wants to have deep conversations and conversations about things that matter to them. Like, this is not someone that wants to have like talk about the weather necessarily. Like, they like deeper topics of discussion. Now I'm looking at the Emperor pop out. This is also somebody that could be like managing their own business. I'm hearing the word creator, creative. Very, very creative energy for this person. Somebody that knows what they want. Now here it is. The Five of Wands. I'm seeing somebody here like so unsure about something. Do you see this guy's face? I don't know, I don't know how well you can see that, but he's like, I don't know if I'm gonna let go of this or not. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna do this or not even. I'm kind of getting the notion where it's like you may see somebody in a particular spot and you may not be aware completely of like everything that's going on around them. I'm hearing specifically, it's like you may just, you know, when you see somebody and you see like their personality or their persona and you're not thinking about like the history behind it or like what they just went through before they entered into the room and all of that stuff. It seems like somebody has something complicated going on, but that may be unknown. Like I'm hearing user history. It's like something going on within the person's life, or like something significant to who they are even as a person is unknown. So yeah, I'm getting this, like, even if you're trying to approach somebody and you're not super familiar with them, like, don't make judgments about things that you don't know, or like even assumptions about someone, because there may be something going on that you don't know about, or like even something about them that you don't know. Because like they may even present in a certain way, and then like there's something else that may be like hidden or unknown about them. It seems like about their personal history, or like something about their persona or who they are. Like this would be something like deeply about like even their identity. But it's something that only, like with the moon, this would be something that like only very close people around them would know. I would assume, or it's like only people in their inner circle, especially if this is somebody that like has some sort of public presence, because to see the King of Pentacles and also the Emperor here, this may be somebody that's like very involved in their career, and it's like they may keep their like business / public life and also their personal life very separate from one another. Yeah, it definitely looks to me like there's one person that's looking to connect or reach out with another person and really trying to figure out the best way to do this. Because I'm looking at the Hermit, it's like something that hasn't been done yet, but then again, there's somebody like wanting to like reach out or connect with another person. But yeah, even like you may not expect certain events to go in the way that they do. Like I'm seeing something faded even that's going on, but it may not be what you think that it's going to be or what you expect it to be either. And that may throw you off a little bit too, because it's like you may have thought that your guides like lead you in a certain direction or towards someone or something for a certain purpose, and then it's like you find out that that was to connect you with something else entirely, so you're kind of like thrown off by that. But it's about just like moving with the flow of things. So rather than like judging everything, also it's kind of just like doing what you feel is right, checking in with yourself, going where you feel guided, following your intuition and making moves accordingly, and not like assessing everything so closely where you're missing the point and like not even getting on the ride. Because I'm getting like we need to get things moving here, and it looks like there's like some sort of, I'm even hearing crashing, there's like some sort of fated event that's going to be happening, and it's going to push you further along where you're meant to be going. But it almost seems like you have to get up to a certain point in order for this thing to take place. Like you need to get so far in order for this to happen. like to a location or a destination. Some message or something that's being communicated, there's a sense of like not knowing how this is going to be received. I know that we said this before, but I'm being guided to go over that again. But any way that it goes, like, know that it was meant to go in that way. So it's like, whether it goes as expected or not, I'm seeing this be some type of significant event. It may just be different or happen differently than you think it's going to. But it's all with purpose. There may even be like some sort of conflict or conflict of interest that somebody's facing too, because I'm seeing like the Emperor is over here side-eyeing the Ace of Cups. However, like on the other side of the Emperor, I'm seeing that like the Five of Wands is taking place. So it's like you may be presenting something to someone, or they may even be seeing something coming, but they have something going on that they need to deal with, but it's like not something that they can even bring to light or something that they can talk about yet. Or it's something that they're still working out, or it's something that like is going on within their private life. That's not something that they can like be publicly discussing, especially if you like don't really know this person too. Like if you're not close with them or you're not super familiar with them. This may not be somebody that's like going to share exactly what's going on with them. I'm seeing this person is like very, very private about like particular areas of their life too. As I said before, energies can be reversed, so this can be you. But yeah, it's like something going on and this being private. I don't know why this is being like emphasized so much, but it is very much being emphasized. It's like you don't know the whole story, or someone doesn't know the whole story, and there's just like something going on that's like not being shared publicly right now. But yeah, but like this person is aware of something. It's like aware of like something having to do with the Ace of Cups. So this can even be like aware of somebody within the midst, or aware of somebody's intentions even. I'm looking at Neptune, Libra, Uranus, Jupiter, Aries, Pisces. We're getting double Pisces energy here, and also Virgo. This is so interesting. I'm going to just see quickly if there's anything else that pops through, and then we're going to end the reading. Ace of Pentacles, a new beginning for you. I'm seeing a lot about like nature and foliage. This can even be happening in a changing of seasons, or even at like the prime or the climax of a certain season. I'm also hearing holiday now. What is crossing you? Something that you're working on, getting closer. Okay, so if you started something, or you're newly starting something, and you've been putting in a lot of work to this, or even to get to that point, I'm seeing that something soon is going to be paying off for you, because we're looking at the Ace of Pentacles. So this is like something that could have just come to fruition, or something that like you're working to get to the point of, but it is something new for you that you're exploring. Something that you've been working on, something that you've been putting in a lot of effort for. So this can be like something that you're studying, something that you're learning, something that you're gaining like a better grasp of, a better understanding of, something that you're accomplishing. You've been working towards this thing. I'm hearing day in and day out. Whatever this is, I'm seeing that it's going to be coming to fruition for you. This is like something you've been doing independently finally comes to fruition because of the hard work that you've put in, and I am seeing this be something new for you. So something definitely that you worked for that you're going to be reaping the benefits of. This is very, very, I'm hearing fortune telling. This is like very optimistic, whatever this is. I'm seeing pentacles too, so this looks like something physically that you're going to be experiencing as well. And seeing like something that would affect you in your 3D reality, material reality. All right, my friends, we're going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everybody for joining. Thank you for tuning in. I'm wishing everybody love and light and healing, and I hope to catch you guys next time.